Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Actually, a new year too. Happy New Year's. I know it's late. It's been 3 weeks I have been uploading. I apologize, but we're back. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a new world video. We're going to be doing a tier list video. I know most of you guys are bored waiting for the update. Probably checking out a bunch of different weapons and such. And if you're new here, I do make MMORPG content. Give me a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. And in this video, I'll be giving my subjective opinion on which weapons are the best. I'll be ranking them in the tier list. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. So let me just show you guys real quick my character right now. So I am so bored in this game, guys, that look what have we done. We climbed on top of Windsword because we got nothing to do. So I was just sitting here like, yo, I am bored. So let me just make like a tier list real quick. So this is my character. If you guys want to know about my subjective opinion, I have probably 1k hours in this game. So and I do a lot of dungeons and OPR. I'm trying to make this video fully PvP related, but we add some PvE in there too, so don't worry. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So we got the tier list right here, got the weapons, and I'm going to be doing 4 different ranks. Now the reason I ranked the colors this way is because, guys, S is obviously legendary, and then we got the epic, the blue, and then the common, the green. And again, I am, for you guys this information, I am a Greataxe user and a hammer user main, but I use sword and shield too. I use Hatchet, and I use recently Rapier, and I use a little bit of spear too. But I'm staying, as you guys know, I stayed a little bit from magical weapons, but I do a bunch of Opus Rush, I do a bunch of dungeons, wars, and so on. So I kind of know where the different weapons range. So if you're a new player or existing player, hopefully this helps you guys a lot. And I would love, if you guys agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. I'd love some discussions about it and see what you guys think and if you guys agree or not. So let's start it up with the first one, which is the IceGauntlet. I'm going to place the IceGauntlet on the A. I kind of want to place it on S because the IceGauntlet has a lot of CC. They have the Ice Wall, Ice Storm. And let's be real, once you get caught in it, especially from melee, you're usually dead. It is super strong. Now overall damage wise, like other weapons, it has insane like burst damage when you get caught in ice walls and stuff. That's the only reason I'm not putting it on S, but it's very close to S in my opinion. It's super strong, and if you're an IceGauntlet user, I hate you with a passion. So next up the list, we have the Rapier. Now the Rapier for a long time wasn't the big of a thing, you know. It was okay, but recently with the light gear meta and so on, everybody's using it. This is an S tier weapon. I'm sorry that you can't see the full Rapier, but basically the Rapier, everybody's using it. Even I started using it in Opus Rush. I'm a Greataxe user. I use a Greataxe and a Rapier. But usually when you guys run around in Opus Rush or PvP, you guys will see healers will use it, Firestaff user will have it, VoidGauntlet user, melee, range, everybody is using a Rapier because it's it's insane how good mobility it gives. The damage isn't that good. But the mobility it has is so insane. Like nobody can catch you. You have so much mobility. The cooldowns are super short. You have Riposte, which can counter anything in the game. And overall, it is completely broken. And most likely will get a nerf. I hope so, at least mobility wise. Hopefully they will like give it like a damage buff and then nerf it mobility wise. I think that would be like a good balance to it. But it is insane. If I see somebody with a Rapier, I usually don't chase them, especially as a melee. The S tier Rapier is S tier by far. Next up is Hatchet. Now I'm kind of sad for the Hatchet. I usually use it for like duels only. I see some people using it Outpost Rush, but overall I want to place it on B, but I don't think I can even give it a B. It's the reason I'm giving it C tier. It has insane, like when you use a Berserk, it has good damage. You have like the immunity perk when you, for example, are like immune when you die, which is really nice. But if you have played a Hatchet, you will realize very quickly that you can't touch anyone, you can't hit anyone, you can't damage anyone because they just run a circle around you. That's it. They move a little bit of left. You have like no what do you call it, like Greataxe and stuff have lunges when you use normal attacks. Hatchet don't. You're literally gonna stand there and look like a fool. So that's the only reason I'm giving you C. If they fix it a little bit, like you do have Hatchet throws and stuff, but the most of the damage that comes from the Hatchet is when you're up close attacking with Berserk on. So right now I'll give it C. If it does get more viable for melees, like maybe add some lunges or some range to it, I see it go up a lot because it has some really nice skills. It have a lot of sustain healing wise with Berserk, and then the immunity and so on. So overall, could be a really decent weapon, but right now it's just a C. Next up, the VoidGauntlet, S tier. This weapon is too strong. The damage it outputs is insane. You have the Purifying Scream that will completely immobilize you. You have huge empower buff that you get from standing in the big void circle. You have healing sustain with like leeching abilities. It is by far the best weapon in the game damage wise, especially in PvP. If you are a new player or even existing player, you can afford switching to VoidGauntlet, do it. I don't know how hard nerfs are gonna hit it. I'm hoping we'll hit it hard, but once you guys get screamed on, no matter what class you are, it can be anything. Even you could be even a tank. You get screamed on, you're most likely gonna die. It is insane how broken that ability is, and combining with the damage from the VoidGauntlet, it's just broken, guys. That's all I can say about it. But yeah, VoidGauntlet is definitely the best weapon to use right now in the game, and I'm guessing it will also be after the update. I'll make an update video, of course, when the update comes, but right now is definitely the best weapon to use. Next up is the bow. Now the bow, I will honestly just place it on A for now. Might go B, but bow overall is very strong. If your aim is good though, this kind of depends, because with bow you kind of need good aim. It's not like a musket. Musket you can kind of like, is a huge hitbox, but with the bow you kind of need to aim, but it also pays out because the bow does really good high damage. So overall, the bow is very nice to use. Good damage, depends on how good you are at aiming, of course. Decent mobility, like the bow combo with Rapier, nobody's gonna catch you. Just stay far away, shoot a little bow from there, here and there, you can do some good damage. Now the Greataxe. Now the Greataxe was the S tier weapon. Now I can't decide if it's a B or an A. Now the only reason I'm putting Greataxe at A is because the Gravel Maelstrom combo is really strong still. If you get clumps of people and players, you can do a very good damage, but that's about it you can do with Greataxe. You can't, people run circles around you. Melee is struggling in Outpost Rush. I don't know what server you guys are from, but Eden, I'm from Eden and NA, probably the biggest server right now after Valhalla merged into us. We cannot merge, but they transferred. But meta here is, being a melee is a struggle, especially after lunge nerf. People can kite around you, anything. The main, most important skills you have is the Gravel and the Maelstrom. But overall, it's like a low tier A. So I'm going to put it on the bottom of the A for now. Hopefully it will get a buff eventually. Next up is the Musket. The Musket is still annoying in Outpost Rush, in wars, very important, does good damage. It's super annoying, you can shoot super fast with it. You don't need the greatest aim, it does really good damage overall. And overall, like bow and musket, I feel like if you're really skillful with your aim and stuff, bow is probably the better way to go. But if you're like, you don't like missing too much and just having fun, chill, you can do some good damage with the musket too. Sit far away, sit on a hill somewhere, you probably seen in Outpost Rush too, or anywhere. They sit like far up on some hill and they just can't shoot you, headshot you, do crazy damage to you. They do. The range, it does really good damage. Both the bow and the musket does really good damage. Next up is the spear. Now the spear was also low rank for a long time, but recently the spear has gotten really annoying. I have to put it in front of the Greataxe because a spear has a lot of staggering skills, a lot of CC. It's a nightmare for the healers and everybody when a spear when you have a spear guy on you, especially in like Outpost Rush, wars and so on. When you have like CC spear on you, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna have a difficult time surviving. It does good damage. It has insane CC. Now the only reason I'm not putting it higher to S is because the grit, the 300 strength grit, is a very strong counter to the spear, because you can't get staggered once you have grit on. So that's the only reason I'm not placing it higher. But spear is super strong. A lot of people in changing and switching to spear these days. A really good choice. Next up is the Warhammer. Now I'm seeing this list right now, right? And I kind of want to place the Greataxe on B right now because Greataxe is good with the Gravel Maelstrom combo, but it's just not as strong as these weapons I'm putting on A, in my opinion. So I don't know. I'm still like switching up and down with the Greataxe. Let's just keep it on B for now, and then we'll switch it maybe later. But the Warhammer is still strong, still very decent. Applies good stunts with the Shockwave. Armor Breaker is really good in PvP and PvE and duels. Applies amazing Ren, Path of Destiny, good healing, good stagger, even after the nerf. It's very important, especially in mass PvP like wars and stuff. Like I use Rapier and Greataxe in like Outpost Rush, but when it comes to wars or anything else, duels or something, I'll switch to Warhammer because it is what goes best with a Great. I still see some heavy healers here and there that use Warhammer to do shockwave stunts and make some plays with it. It's still very good in my opinion. So still, the Warhammer still going strong and will be going strong for a long time. Next up, we have the Sword and Shield. Now I'm going to put the Sword and Shield on B. So people that use Sword and Shield are super tanky, but the output on damage and anything is not as high, unfortunately. So in my opinion, Sword and Shield still very strong tanky wise. Like when they sit on points, they are crucial. They are good to have in wars and outpost rush. But you don't see like people that go for tanks. If you go for a tank, the tank will go B and A. But usually people don't go for that. They just ignore the tank right till the end. So I will have to put it on B. It doesn't make anything crazy or wow in PvP overall. You just like super tanky with it. But you can run some nice combos with Sword and Shield. You can have like a spear combo. You have a crazy CC combo there. You can have a paladin, like a heal Lifestaff, and Sword and Shield just be super toxic. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with Sword and Shield. But overall itself, it has some good like getaways like a leaping strike and so on. But you just like it's like a tank, man. Nothing else. Next up is the Firestaff. The Firestaff will it's hard to tell with the Firestaff because you have a nice ability to get away, and also you have very good like overall damage, like fire damage. But these other weapons are just like, I feel like they're just outclassing the Firestaff these days. Firestaff used to be super strong. It is pretty decent still. It outputs good damage. I'll put it right next to Greataxe. But compared to the others, it's just not it. And then in the end, we have the Lifestaff. Now, the Lifestaff healer is strong, guys. This is how the healers have gotten how many nerfs? Like 10 nerfs already, and they're still viable and needed. Light healers with like Rapier and stuff, so annoying. But the healing still is strong. You can easily heal players up to top, up the full. You can stay in your heal circle and survive most of the DPSs in the game. So heal staff is still pretty viable. But that is it. That is my tier list, guys, for 2021. I will make an updated video if they make some changes, or big changes. This is my subjective opinion, obviously. So if you guys don't agree, let me know in the comments below. But the list is this. We have VoidGauntlet, Rapier, S tier, easily. Like nobody can compare. Like I don't care who you are. If you don't agree with the S tier, I can't help you. But the VoidGauntlet and Rapier, definitely S tier weapons. My A, I'm fine with my A. I have Lifestaff, Warhammer, IceGauntlet, Bow, Musket, and Spear. Good A list. B, Greataxe could be A, but I'm gonna place it for B for now. Firestaff could also be A, but I'm gonna place it for B for now. And then Sword and Shield B. Hatchet, hopefully Hatchet will give us some more love in the next update, but we'll see. But that is about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Give me a thumbs up, make sure you guys subscribe. You guys will be seeing more new content on my channel. You will also be seeing other MMOR content. If you guys come here for other content, you guys will see them too. But that is it for the video today, guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Follow me on Twitch if you guys want to see some streams. I'll be streaming the next dungeons that when they come out, the mutations. So I really appreciate that. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.